your name, sir?
I like Svane.
At what age did you become a Grandmaster?
I became a Grandmaster at 18.
18 years old?
Yes.
That's amazing. And who was the highest rated player you have ever beaten?
Not sure, maybe Vincent Keimer or Max.
Wow. That's nice. So the elite player, so 2650 plus, you're saying, right?
Yeah, twin set 40, 50.
What was the peak rating? What was the highest rating?
Mine?
Yeah.
2750.
2715, 2715?
2750.
50. Oh my god. What's the name, sir?
Wojtaszek, Radosław.
Where are you from?
Poland?
Okay, that's really impressive. I met a 2750 rated player today.
I'm running Dilshan Liyanage from Sri Lanka and International Masters.
Oh, I think I have played you around 2 to 3 years back. We played in Delhi.
I can't remember.
When you become a Grandmaster?
60, 70, something like this.
Oh wow,
That's but these were different times, of course, no? Because like nowadays 16 is already
too high. Yeah.
yeah very high, but back then 16, 70 was quite decent.
Okay. And what's the one thing you feel separates Grandmasters from all the other title players?
I don't really think about that. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. What was the peak rating? What was the highest rating?
Mine?
Yeah.
2750.
2715, 2715?
2750.
50. Oh my god. What's the name, sir?
Wojtaszek, Radosław.
Where are you from?
Poland?
Okay, that's really impressive. I met a 2750 rated player today. One advice you would like to give to the younger generation of players who want to become professionals?
You just practice as much as you can and play as much as you can. I think that's as easy as that.
And what would you say about chess stagnancy? Like many players, they stagnate at currently at a particular rating. So how can they overcome that?
I think that you just have to find a reason why you are not progressing and then trying to find some solution to it.
Have you ever stagnated before?
Like everyone else.
At what rating?
Okay, I mean, there were different phases, but I think for me the most critical was when I got to 2600 and then I lost some rating. I mean, back then I think I was like 19 years old. And yeah, I think that was my not so great period, but after that I started to work with Dishi and it helped obviously.
So you started working with mentors like Vishayanand and the top players.
Yeah. I think thanks to that I got to know how they are working and I could also implement this in my case.
And that's really amazing, sir. One last question before we go. If you have to give one calculation advice for the younger generation on how to calculate better, what would that be?
Solve difficult examples and try to be accurate. I mean, don't move 3 moves ahead if there are some alternatives on the way.
You have really amazing advice, sir. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
So this was You become a grandmaster.
I became a Grandmaster at 18.
18 years old?
Yes.
That's amazing. And what do you think is the one thing that separates grandmasters from all the other title players?
Probably hard work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some good trainers and support also from Zambia, from the people around here.
What was your peak rating? Like, what's the highest rating you've ever achieved?
26, 70, I think.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. So 2670 was the peak. And who was the highest rated player you have ever beaten?
Not sure, maybe Vincent Keimer or Max.
Wow. That's nice. So the elite player, so 2650 plus, you're saying, right?
Yeah, 26. It wins at 40, 50.
When it comes to chess calculation, a lot of young players struggle with calculation. Is there any advice you would like to give them?
I don't know. I think Jack players are also good at calculation.
Okay.
In my opinion, though.
Okay.
Depends on the player also.
And if you have to give one advice to the younger generation of players, what would that be?
Tough to say. I think everyone has their own path and their own weakness and strengths, so you have to look very individually. Though. Yeah, keep loving the game, and if you love the game and work hard, usually something good will happen.
That's really impressive. One last question before I go. Many players face a lot of downs, so they go through the stagnancy, and stagnancy is very common in chess. So if a player is stagnant and is not going up, what would your advice be to him?
Keep trying your best. I think it's just normal to have a bad phase and some good phases. So you shouldn't be demotivated or something like that. It's just normal. You should just keep working hard and something good will happen.
You got really amazing advice. What's your name, sir?
I like Svane.
Okay. Yeah, nice meeting you. Thank you so much. What's your name, sir?
I'm running Dilshan Liyanage from Sri Lanka and International Masters.
Oh, I think I have played you around 2 to 3 years back. We played in Delhi.
Yeah. Can't remember. Yeah.
When did you become a grandmaster? At what age?
No, I'm only an international master right now. I have one GM now, and currently working on to be a grandmaster as soon as possible.
Okay, and when did you become an international master?
I became international master last year, but I had many notes, but I struggled with the rating for a bit, so it took me some time to get the title.
Okay. And what do you think is separates the international masters from all the other title players? Like the FIDE master, candidate masters, and the local players?
I think the main reason is that you need to have a passion for the game that differentiates the people, normal players, title players, and from the rest of the world. So I think if you have a strong will and strong passion for the game, surely you can be what you aim for.
And I know a lot of chess players they struggle with calculation. So any advice you would give to younger players to improve their calculation?
Yeah, generally you have to do some compositions and try to solve at least some puzzles every day. That's my address.
Many players they solve puzzles moving pieces on the board. Do you think that's the right way to do it?
No, I think you have to visualize everything and do everything.
That's great. You're amazing advice, sir. Thank you so much for it.